Hello, people of the internet. My name is Nick from RC Magic, and today I'm going to bring you a Fluffal deck profile for the new August format. September format, whatever the hell you want to call it, doesn't really matter. I'm just throwing decks around, basically. Like, 1 minute I have one deck, 1 minute I have another deck, and people, like, regret their trades, and they want their cards back, and I'm like, fine, whatever. I mean, it's just, it doesn't really matter to me. It's like, there are very... Oh, I'm sorry if you hear that. There's buzzing going around. Fucking insects and shit. Anyway, there's no like one deck that I particularly wanted to keep and play forever. Raidraptors got really close to that deck because that deck's really fun, but it might be this one. We'll see. So let's run through the profile since that's why you're here. 3 Fluffal Dog, normal summon it, or special summon it from the hand to search any Fluffal. It's really good. It can't search itself, but I mean, very few Stratus clones can. 2 Bear. I really want to play 3. I just don't have a third one, and I never got a third one from the trade, so I'm stuck with 2. 3 Wing. It's your pot of greed if you have Toy Vendor, and Toy Vendor is like the tits in this deck, so you have to get to it, otherwise you lose. So, I play 3 of it. You don't have to, though. 3 Mouse. I keep going back and forth with this card in the deck and it not in the deck. Like, if it, like, because I'm playing this card, to me, it's only very good in the first few turns of the game. That's when this deck is really explosive in the first few turns of the game. That's why it's in the deck at the moment. But if I end up building it to more of like a mid-range card advantage deck where you're not focusing on OTKing your opponent, then I will probably cut it. But for now, it's in here. And for the one-ofs, 1 Fluffal Owl and 1 Fluffal Sheep. Owl just searches Poly and is a Poly himself if you pay 500, and then Sheep, if you have a Fluffal, you special it. And then you can revive an Edge Imp from the graveyard by bouncing a Fluffal, except itself. So you can, like, if you open Dog, you can Dog into Sheep, summon Sheep, and then if you have an Edge Imp engraved, put the Dog back in your hand for another search next turn. That's it for the Fluffal monsters. For the Edge Imps, I'm playing 3 Chain. Chain is the best one by far. If it attacks, you search another copy of itself, and whenever it hits the graveyard, you get to search a Frightful card. So you can search the Fusion, the Factory, or March. I'm not playing March because March is bad, but and you can only get 1 effect per turn and only once that turn, so it sucks. 1 Saber. Only play 1 Saber if you're not playing Allure or Darkness. However, if you're playing Allure or Darkness, feel free to play more copies of this card and even Tour Guide, because if you play 3 Allure in this deck, you're increasing the consistency. But it also means you have to run like 2 to 3 copies of this. That way the Tour Guide is always live. And I don't really like that. I only want to play 1 because I want to get it out of my deck as soon as I can. Or get to it as soon as I can so it's in my hand so I can put it in the graveyard. 3 King of the Swamp, search Poly, and it can be a substitute for a fusion material. The best monster in the deck. You want to see this card as soon as you can. And then 1 Performer Pal, Trump Twitch. I got this from Sam Cox. Shout out to him, he's cool. If it's in the Pendulum Zone, you can fusion summon once per turn using monsters you control. And then if it's on the field, you attribute it to get Poly from hand or to get Poly from deck or graveyard. And it's level 1. So it is a 1-for-1 target. And since Wings and Mouse are also level 1s, it means 1-for-1 is a combo card in this deck. Meaning it can either get Mouse and create 3 monsters on board, or it can get this to get the Poly to create an OTK. Dog, go upstairs right now! Upstairs! Now! I hate that fucking dog. That's it for the monsters. For the spells, 3 Toy Vendor. You need to see this card to win. It's card advantage. It lets you summon. It's searchable. It's great. Play it. And when it dies, you search. 2 Polymerization, 1 Fusion substitute. This counts as Polymerization in the deck, so you can search it with Owl or you can search it with Trump Witch. This card's good. This card's actually really good because if it's in graveyard, it doesn't have Breakthrough Spell Clause, so you can banish it. Put any fusion in your graveyard back into the extra deck, draw a card. So you can put back Norden for an instant fusion play, or you could put back like a sheep or a tiger or whatever. 2 Fred for fusion. I kind of want to play 3 just because I want to have the third one accessible to me, because there are very, like, in late game situations, I really wish I had the third one so I could extend a play, but I'm playing 2 Fright for Fusion and 1 Fright for Factory. This card's actually really bad. I might cut it for the 3rd Fusion. I've never found myself in a situation where it's useful. I usually just like search it to get it out of my deck. That way I'm not going to draw it. 3 Instant Fusion. Card is the nuts. Gotta play it. It can summon Sheep, blow itself up, and then it comes back. And it also leads to a combo with Sabretooth. Or you can Norden. Norden into Dog into rank 4s, which is really cool. 2 Twin Twister, back row, get out of here, I don't want you. And you can discard a toy vendor, you can discard Wing, discard Blade, not Blade, Saber, discard Chain, whatever. There's basically nothing bad to discard in this. 1 Upstart, 1 for 1 combo card, obviously. If you open this, you just extend so many plays. 1 Reasoning. Reasoning is to put your stuff in the grave. And actually, like, it's a very easy card to set out too, because you usually only on game 1 to extend combos. 1 Foolish Burial. It can put a Wing in the grave. It can put whatever in the grave. It obviously is a combo card. And then the 1 Regeki. If you clear your opponent's board, you can make Wolf and attack for game. So 40 card main deck, no traps. Traps are bad. Don't play traps. I have some traps on the side, but that's for decks that like you actually need to have a trap against. Fixture deck 1 Norden. It's a really good card. Gotta play it. 3 Sheep. Like, this is just like the best Fright Fur we have right now, unless we get a better one. 2 KR Mateys. When it dies, it comes back. Like, and it's a level 5. Oh boy, it's so good. 2 Tiger. I don't know why you can only control 1 of this, but whatever. This leads to a very what's the word? Explosive turn 1 play where like you pop like 4 cards, draw a lot, and you make an M7. Your board's like M7, Sheep, and you still have like 6 cards in hand. So it's a really cool combo. 2 Wolf. You need 2 Wolf for that combo, which is why I'm playing 2. Because you need 1 to make M7, and then you need a second one for an OTK, so you play 2 Wolf. 1 Sabretooth. I don't know if I would make it 2. I probably would bring it up to 2. 1 Chimera. Like, I've never summoned this card, but it's just there just in case you're in like super late game situation where you need your Fright for Fusion to summon this. And then 1 Leo for burn damage. For the rank 4s, I'm playing 1 Abyss Dweller because BA still a deck. Fairy Cheer Girl. This is just a +1 off instant fusion because Norden and Dog are fairies, so you can make this and instantly draw a card. 1 Castell just to shuffle away annoying problems. And then you have the M7. This gets better in side deck games because in the side deck I have a lot of hand traps, so you can get back those hand traps to mess with your opponent. So that does it for that. For the side deck, 2 copies of Effect Veiler. Just hit annoying problem cards against like Rogue and stuff. You can hit like heroes and things. Because who knows what this format's going to be like, so I'm side decking the Effect Veiler. 1 copy of Fluffal Owl and 1 copy of Fluffal Cat. I'm siding Owl for any deck that plays Anti-Spell Fragrance. If you see Anti-Spell game 1, you side this in, because it's an out to Anti-Spell, and it's searchable. And plus, if they kill the first one, they're not going to know that you have the second one. And Cat is an out to Solemn Strike decks, because how the chainlinks work is say that you activate Polymerization using Cat and Saber to make Tiger. You go Tiger Chainlink 1, Cat Chainlink 2. When they activate Solemn Strike is Chainlink 3. Solemn Strike can only negate the last thing on the Chainlink that is a valid target for it. So it checks Fluffal Cat as a valid target because it's a monster effect. It gets negated, Tiger goes off, blows up the field. And if your opponent doesn't know that, then they're going to get wrecked by it. So if you see Solemn Strike, what I usually do is I'll either side out my Trump Witch, or I'll side out like a mouse and bring in the cat, because it is a level 1, it's a 1-for-1 target. So it's really cool. 2 Maxi. I just couldn't find the room in the main deck. I really want to main deck this card. I just could not find the room. I might cut Reasoning and stuff to make room for 2 Maxi, but I think I'm going to keep it in the side deck for now, test it out, see how it goes, and see if I need to move it to the main deck. 2 Dark Hole. Wreck some boards. Get out of here. I don't want to deal with that shit. 2 Spell Shattering Arrow. It's Pendulum Hate. Just get rid of your scales. 2 Fairy Wind. This card's actually broken, like, in this deck, because you can pop your Toy Vendor and get pluses while you pop your opponent's stuff. It's good against, like, Yosenju and stuff in DDD, where they just have a bunch of face-up cards and you can blow them up. And then last but not least, 3 Roll Decree. You only side this in going first. Like, if you know you're going second, don't even bother. Because, like, if you lose game 1, you're going second. You want to OTK. So, but if you're going first, side in 3 of these and just pray to God you draw it. Because there's no way to search roll decree. But because there's 3 of it in a 40 card deck and you're starting off with 5 cards, there's about 25 to 30% chance that you'll open it. So about 1 every 3 games, 3 to 4 games, you'll open roll decree if you side 3 in going first. So there's that. So anyway, guys, that is the Fluffal deck profile for this August 2014. I'm fucking tired. August 2016 format. Let me know what you think of it in the comment section down below. I'd love to hear all your thoughts, suggestions, all that fun stuff. Anyway, my name is Nick from Mercy Magic. Thank you guys for watching. Like, comment, subscribe, do all that shit. And see you guys next time.